Welcome to Kwon's Corner. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to make gimbap with my mom, which is Korean sushi roll. Let's get started. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to Jennifer Gavin, who requested this episode. This one is for you. To get started, we need 1 carrot. Slice thinly and julienne it up. Kim means seaweed in Korean, and bap means rice, so gimbap means seaweed rice. Gimbap is similar to Japanese sushi rolls, but it's usually larger and includes more meat. Put it aside. Next, we need 1 burdock root. Chop into 2-inch cuts. Slice it thinly, then julienne the slices. Gimbap is a really popular food for doshirak, or Korean lunch boxes. When I was young, my mom only made me gimbap on the days when I had field trips. Now we need Korean fish cake. Sliced into 1-inch strips and put aside. We also need beef ribs. Cut off all the fat, then cut into thin slices. You don't need to cut off the fat, but we want our gimbap to be healthy. Usually Koreans get gimbap at convenience stores or fast food restaurants. Since we're making ours at home, we should make it more nutritious. Crack 4 eggs into a small bowl and whisk well. We're going to be making a lot of gimbap today, so you can adjust your recipe accordingly. But gimbap is great for meal prepping. You can use a lot of ingredients up and put them in the fridge for the rest of the week. You can even coat your gimbap in egg and fry it like French toast. Eat it in tteokbokki or break it up to make delicious fried rice.
간이 어느 정도 맞도록 넣어줘야지. 소금 밥할 때 소금 안 할 거거든요.
Pour 2 cups of short grain white rice, 2 1/4 cups of water, a dash of salt, and 3 squares of Dashima seaweed into a pot. Mix lightly and turn on your rice cooker. Heat up a pan on medium-high and add some vegetable oil. Fry up 5 strips of imitation crab until they start to turn golden brown on all sides. Then, put on a paper towel to get rid of the excess grease. If you can't find imitation crab strips, you can use real crab or canned ham.
이제 갖다 놓고 계란 갖고 오세요.
Don't clean the oil or turn down the heat. Just add a little more oil and pour in your beaten eggs. Only pour in enough egg to cover the surface of the pan. When the bottom is cooked, flip the egg carefully to keep the shape. Only cook it enough to dry, then put it to the side. Pour in a little more oil and add your julienne carrots to the pan. Add a dash of salt and stir fry the carrots just until they begin to sweat and taste sweet and hot.
다르지 아까보다. 그럼 갈수록 더 달아져.
아까보다 더 달다. Finally, wipe the pan with a paper towel and put sesame oil instead of the vegetable oil this time. Add your sliced beef and stir fry on medium-high. Add 1 tablespoon of sake and continue to mix. Add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Keep mixing. And add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of plum syrup or honey, half a tablespoon of brown sugar, and keep mixing. On days when I had a field trip, my mom would wake up at 5 in the morning to make my lunch boxes.
간이 되긴 넣어. 이제 다 된 거 같아. 이게 간이 되지. 그렇게 딴 거를 넣는 게 아니고 본연의 그걸 살려주는 거야. 근데 봐봐. 왜 이렇게 하는지 이렇게 이걸 쓰면 기름이 밑에 다 떨어지지?
When the beef has absorbed almost all the sauce, it's ready. Put it to the side, but leave the excess sauce in the pan.
이걸 버리지 않고 고기 맛이 나라고 여기에다가 그대로 하면 고기 맛이 기름을 이미 넣어야 되는데 기름 안 넣어도 되잖아, 그죠? 그러면 이게 더 맛있어지는 거야.
이게 비법이네. That's the secret. Add your fish cake to the pan and let it soak up all the bulgogi sauce. Add an extra tablespoon of oyster sauce, soy sauce, and plum syrup. Mix well. Then add a tablespoon of soju and brown sugar. The soju will remove the fish smell from the fish cake. Mix it well until it absorbs the sauce to become a golden color. Put the fish cake to the side, but don't wipe the pan. Instead, add your burdock root and let it absorb all the sauce for 5 minutes. Gimbap is super cheap in Korea. It's usually only $1.50 to $5 per roll. After 5 minutes, put your burdock root in a pot. Add 1 to 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of plum syrup or cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Mix well. Cover and let simmer on medium heat for 10 minutes. The rice should be ready by now. So open it up, remove the Dashima seaweed, and put it in a big bowl. You can eat the Dashima. It's very good for you. Add 3 tablespoons of sesame oil and mix the rice gently. Usually we would prepare the spinach for gimbap, but the spinach was expensive today and chives were on sale, so my mom said we can use chives. Bring a pot of water to a boil and add 100 grams of chives. After the chives have boiled for 1 to 2 minutes, remove from the water. Add a sprinkle of sesame oil and sesame seeds and mix well. Gimbap can be as easy or as hard as you make it. Today we are making 3 of my mom's famous gimbap recipes, but we will cover simple gimbap recipes in future episodes.
간 맞아요?
맛있다.
맛있나? 한국 안 넣잖아. 소금이 맛있다 그런가? 맛있지? 응? 깨라?
Time to slice up the egg. You only need to slice the egg into 2-inch slices. All of our ingredients are finally ready. Are you guys ready to roll? To make a gimbap roll, start with a large sheet of roasted unsalted seaweed on a rolling mat. With your hands, spread out a thin but consistent layer of rice across the sheet, leaving an inch on top of the rice free. Add a slice of egg at the bottom of your rice, leaving a centimeter of rice showing below. Add a thin column of burdock root, carrots, and beef along your egg strip. On top of that, add a layer of fish cake, pickled raddish, chives, and imitation crab. Some say that gimbap was developed after Japan brought sushi to Korea during its forced occupation. Others say gimbap was developed in Korean from jumokbap. Now comes the fun part. Grab all of your ingredients to make sure they stay in place, and carefully roll your mat up and over. As you roll, squish in your ingredients so they don't ride up. When you get to the last centimeter, wet it with water before pressing the wet seaweed against the roll. Squeeze the roll tight, and you should have a perfect gimbap roll when you remove the mat. Let's make another kind of gimbap. Add your rice just like before, and your egg. But this time, put down your fish cake next to your egg. Place your chives on top with carrots and burdock pickled radish. And this time, add a layer of perilla leaves on top. On top of the perilla leaves, add canned tuna and sliced hot peppers. Since canned tuna is kind of greasy, the hot peppers will complement the flavor perfectly. Roll up the gimbap, wet the edge, and press it together. Rolling gimbap takes some practice. If your gimbap falls apart, just eat it. The ingredients will still taste delicious. After a few tries, it'll be as easy as riding a bike. One more bonus gimbap. Add a cup of homemade kimchi into a bowl. Add a tablespoon of brown sugar, sesame oil, and sesame seeds, and mix well. Instead of egg, this time lay down a thick leaf of kimchi. Fold it over so it doesn't stick out. And then, just add a thick layer of bulgogi. That's it. Roll it up, wet the end, and press it shut. To finish off your gimbap, brush a thin layer of sesame oil on top of the roll. Spread sesame oil on a large sharp knife and carefully slice the gimbap into a 1.5 centimeter wide slices. That's it! Our gimbap is all ready to eat!
이거 먹을 건데. 니 이거 먹어. 응, 오케이. 젓가락 계산 못합니다.
맛있다.
맛있어요.
엄마 먹으면 맛있다. It tastes so good. She made it like a 3 different kinds. This is a pig, and this is kimchi, and it's tuna. I'm not gonna try because I don't like tuna. But kimchi, I didn't know. I thought my bulgogi might be my favorite, but kimchi one is actually better than this one. I really like it, so you should definitely try. And I'm really grateful that she is in my YouTube channel, but even though she didn't want it. So see you next week, and see you in her next, I don't know, sometimes. Okay, see you next week. 안녕. 안녕.
바이. 옛날에 우리 엄마가 해주던 맛.
맛있어. Hello guys, thank you for watching. If you like this episode, please hit the like and subscribe. And if you want to see more video, it's over there, and over there. And if you have any requests, please comment down below, and I will make sure to cover it in a future episode. See you next week. 안녕!